What's up everyone? Welcome to today's video. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Ben Richardson. I'm a personal trainer, a certified nutrition coach, and a chemical engineer. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about intermittent fasting versus calorie restriction to increase testosterone. If this is your first time here, again, my name is Ben Richardson. I am here to help men rejuvenate their masculine health by boosting their testosterone levels naturally through things like fitness, nutrition, and lifestyle decisions that they make. Over the past several decades, the average testosterone levels in men have been decreasing steadily, and it's becoming a huge problem in our society. So I'm here to build a community of men who want to fix that and combat this trend. So if you're interested in becoming a part of that, go ahead and hit the subscribe button because I do post videos very similar to this one every single week. All right, let's dive into today's topic. Both intermittent fasting and calorie restriction are effective fat loss methods, and losing excess body fat is actually one of the best things that you can do to increase your testosterone. So before I talk about these fat loss methods, it's important to realize that losing body fat specifically is going to increase testosterone naturally because body fat is inherently estrogenic. A lot of toxic chemicals actually have a high affinity to body fat, so getting rid of it is going to remove a lot of those toxins from your body, and that's going to allow your body to kind of shift its energetic efforts towards things like producing more testosterone and improving your overall health. So anyways, the main difference between these two fat loss methods is that intermittent fasting involves placing a restriction on when you eat, and calorie restriction kind of places a restriction on how much you eat. An example of intermittent fasting would look something like a person only eating for 6 hours during the day and then fasting for the rest of the hours during the day. And then calorie restriction would look something along the lines of a person following a 2,000 calorie per day diet by tracking all the foods he or she eats throughout the day. So right off the bat, not gonna waste your time, I'm just gonna tell you that calorie restriction makes a much bigger difference in terms of your overall results if you want to lose fat and boost your testosterone. However, that does not mean that intermittent fasting is completely useless or that it doesn't matter at all. So I'm going to present the argument that even though calorie restriction does matter a lot more, you should still use both of these fat loss methods because it makes losing fat so much easier if you know how to use them both simultaneously. I've personally been using intermittent fasting for literally years now to lose fat and keep it off because intermittent fasting really does make eating in a calorie deficit a lot easier. It's actually pretty hard to cram in all of your calories into a very limited eating window, especially if you eat a good mix of fats and carbs and protein. Doing that is going to help you get full and stay full, so you'd be surprised by how much food you can eat in a small eating window and still lose weight. So the most simple way to determine how many calories you should eat in a day is to take your goal body weight and multiply it by the number 12. This deficit is enough to lose fat and keep your testosterone levels high while you're losing weight, and that's really important because you don't want your testosterone levels to decrease because you're dieting so hard. You want to keep them nice and high and healthy so that you feel good while you are losing weight. That's going to make it a lot easier to follow because if you're losing fat and you don't feel miserable, you're going to be able to maintain that for several weeks and even months. So to give you an example, let's say I weigh about 165 pounds right now and I want to lose 10 pounds of fat, so my goal body weight is 155 pounds. I'd multiply 155 times 12 and I'd get 1860, which is how many calories I'm going to eat every single day. So that's just an example of how you calculate this. Now, as far as the intermittent fasting part, I'd suggest that you use the lazy man's method and just skip breakfast. Don't worry about establishing some sort of strict hours or worry about how many hours that you're fasting and, your eating window. Just make it simple and skip breakfast. Eat lunch and dinner like you normally do. You can sip on some 0-calorie beverages throughout the morning if you find yourself getting hungry. I'd actually encourage you to do that. Drinking 0-calorie drinks can help blunt your hunger. Caffeine is particularly effective, and it's also going to give you a nice little energy jolt in the morning. I actually like to take care of my most daunting tasks of the day in the morning when I'm fasted and I'm nice and caffeinated on my black coffee. So you can opt for black coffee, 0-calorie energy drinks, diet sodas, sparkling water, or just regular water. Sipping on something, especially something that's carbonated, is a great way to suppress your appetite if you do struggle to make it all the way to lunchtime without eating. Now, I'd be willing to bet that you'll almost find it challenging to cram all of your calories in between lunchtime and dinner. You might actually have to force yourself to eat a little snack or even a light dessert just to make sure that you are eating enough food to hit your calories. Because you still want to make sure that you're eating enough. Again, cutting calories too hard, that's going to negatively impact your testosterone health, because when your body senses that you're in a calorie deficit, the reproductive system is the first system that is going to take a hit, because it's not 100% necessary for survival. So the point here is to try to eat enough food even while you're eating in a calorie deficit. And maybe it sounds crazy that I'm giving both fat loss tips and tips to eat enough food in the same video, but you'll see what I mean once you try this out. Okay, so another thing I'd encourage you to try out is fasted strength training. Fasting has been shown to increase the secretion of growth hormone after about 12 hours. So if you're able to, see how you feel when you take advantage of this window of elevated growth hormone. I'll say from personal experience that I've had probably some of the best workouts of my life when I hit the gym fasted. I'm super laser focused on just crushing some PRs. I feel really good because of that cognitive boost that fasting gives me, and my natural pre-workout hits me pretty damn hard when I take it on an empty stomach. So give this a shot and see how you feel working out while you're still fasted if you're able to. You probably can't do this if you work during the day and you can only work out in the evenings, because I mean, you don't want to be fasting all day long just so that you can hit a fasted workout when you do work out. So I work out fasted on Saturdays, sometimes Sundays, and that's about all I can do. So again, this isn't 100% necessary, but if you happen to have a flexible schedule, I'd say absolutely start doing this, or at least give it a shot. All right, so let me wrap things up by giving you a little bonus tip for you if you're going to start implementing both intermittent fasting and calorie restriction. So once per week, incorporate a higher calorie day into your routine. This is not a cheat day, but I mean, the idea is kind of the same. The word cheat to me kind of implies that you can just pull out all the stops and go crazy and eat whatever you want, and I just don't think that that helps you establish a healthy relationship with food. Anyway, once per week, preferably on one of your workout days, bump up your calories by 600 or 700. This is especially helpful if you find yourself getting really hungry after cutting your calories for several weeks. So this higher calorie day is also going to mitigate any downregulation in your metabolism from eating less food. So give this strategy a little shot and bump up your calories once per week. But there you have it. That is everything that you need to know about using intermittent fasting and calorie restriction to increase testosterone. Nailing your nutrition is definitely going to help you tremendously in boosting your testosterone levels naturally. But if you want to take things to the next level, make sure you check out my video on my top workout hacks to increase testosterone in the gym. In that video, I go over the most important concepts about training that you need to understand to master your fitness and boost your testosterone levels naturally. So I really hope to see you over there, but that's all for this video. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And again, if you're new here and you've made it this far, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel. Men are getting weaker, lazier, and more undisciplined, and that's made pretty clear by the trend the average testosterone levels in men has taken in recent decades. So if you want to join my community of guys who want to take action against this downward spiral, hit that subscribe button and turn the notification bells on too, so that you're not missing out on any of my latest videos. If you made it to the end, I do appreciate the support. I hope you got a ton out of this video too. Good luck in all of your testosterone boosting endeavors. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.